Alright, so I just wanted to quickly show you or talk about what I'm doing here. So I'm cutting out all the boards roughly to length. I'm taking very little off because I'm quite tight on length on this. But the timber is really nice, which is why I bought it for this bookcase. Now, as you may hopefully be able to see, there's a twist in the board. Now that's completely normal. It varies quite a bit. There's quite a twist in that board, but it's just a natural thing that happens with the drying process. So what I have to do is I've cut to length, and I try to reduce the length as much as possible because it makes machining easier. Then I'm going to put myself a straight edge on here with a bit of ply, cut to the line. Then I'm going to rip through, and you'll see me sort of like measuring up on the tape. What I'm doing is I'm measuring to the other side of a split, if there is a split, or a pith. That's where you're going to get the most amount of movement. And so generally for furniture grades, you would always take the pith out. Something a bit more rustic or live edge, that's completely different. You start to allow the splits and what have you to be, well, just to remain there. It's all part of the natural beauty, but not really for a bookcase, not if it's got the clean lines and, you know, nicely executed. So yeah, ripping through either side, then I can cut the pith out, then I can rip this edge straight, and where I can, I'm going to put the boards back together. So for each of the shelves, the grain might not necessarily flow through. You'll know that it has been put back together, but it will, you know, be quite harmonious. The colour will be right. It'll feel quite natural, hopefully. So yeah, once I've done that, well then I can go on to the planer. Now, if I didn't take any of this centre out, and if I had a planer wide enough for this, which would be pretty tricky. I mean, one day I hope to get a planer which can do 500, but even then it's pretty tight. But the amount of material you'd have to remove in order to get this flat, I mean, you'd be lucky to get probably 20 mil out of it. So I'm hoping to get 25-ish if I can, with a bit of luck. And just by ripping down sort of the centre, or roughly the centre, the fact that you've got that twist, that does really help to help you out when you're machining or planing, surface planing it flat. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a guide as to why I do this. Yeah, I better carry on making some noise.